Hello guys, and welcome back to the Property 101 series. In this series, I'm going to be talking about all things property, from the point where if you're just thinking about buying a house, just looking at houses, don't even know where to start, all the way to collecting your keys, and everything in between, I will cover it. Today's series is about understanding your finances, and this is a 4-part series, and I'm starting with how to save up for a deposit. So, let's get straight into it. So one of the most common questions I always get is that, Michael, I am looking to buy a property. I don't know where to start. I just don't know how to save. How much do I have to save as a deposit? Is it 5%? Is it 10%? What other costs do I have to consider as well? And all of these questions are very valid questions. And I think I always start from one place. I always say that you need to do your research. How banks typically calculate affordability is they look at 4.5 times your current income. So if you're earning £100,000, they'll borrow you up to £450,000. If you're earning £50,000, they'll borrow you up to £225,000, and so on and so forth. And a rule of thumb is that property prices, as a just blank statement, is that if you factor in anywhere between 5 and 20% as a deposit, with the typical deposit amount being 10%, that will kind of meet you in the middle, so you kind of understand that as a whole. So let's say you're looking to purchase a home that's worth £250,000, right? Typical deposit amount is 10%, so you would be required to have 25k as a bare minimum to start off. Again, as I mentioned before, some lenders allow you to have 5%, and some lenders may require a little bit more depending on your financial circumstances. If you're watching this video and you're currently looking to buy your second home, or you're looking to buy an investment vehicle, a buy-to-let property, most lenders typically want you to have 25%, which is 62.5 grand, is where you would be at. And some, depending on the EPC rating, will allow you to get like 20%, which is like 50k. And EPC rating is just how efficient a home is, essentially. That's how it works. But right now, we're going to be talking about the residential. So how banks calculate your affordability is typically 4.5 times your income. So if you're earning £50,000, as I mentioned before, the bank will borrow you 225k, right? So in this case, if you're looking to buy a house that's worth 250, the deposit is 25k, and the bank are willing to borrow you 225k, you're good, right? That's a great scenario. However, let's say that your house is worth 300k. In this case, the bank's willing to borrow you 225k based on your 50k salary, but the home you're looking at is 300k. That difference of 75k is what you would have to bridge the gap on. They're not willing to borrow you any more on your current circumstance as well. So what I'd always recommend is looking at stuff like mortgage calculators and stuff like that, because it really helps you to understand your affordability going on. And this is why research is very, very important, because it allows you to understand what you can currently afford, in what areas you can afford as well. So it may be, for example, you're looking at houses, but in that area that you love, that you can only buy flats because that's more affordable and cheaper. They come with their own costs as well. So you have to factor that all in when you're doing your research. And that's why the very first step is to understand your current affordability, understanding the market that you're trying to buy in as well, the location and the type of house, X, Y, and Z. That this is very, very important, because this gives you a good base on knowing a rough figure of how much you need to save in order to purchase your property. So the next thing is to look at your current savings. Do you have any savings at the moment? And if you don't, you have to set a clear budget or structure towards that as well. How much realistically can you save each month? Is it an extra £500? Is it an extra £600? What do you need? So understanding what you need is first. Then start to set a budget or goal towards it and say, okay, can I put £500 a month towards my goal? If that's £6 a year and I'm 12 grand short, then that's a two-year process as well. Or can I look at cheaper houses? What sacrifices can I make in the short term to say, do you know what, I'm just going to ramp up my savings? Because that's what I did. I was very aggressive and very bullish with my savings approach. When I bought my first property, I was fortunate enough to live with my parents. So I had to contribute very minimally to the house as well, just like upkeep and stuff like that to the house. And that allowed me to save a lot of money, a lot more than people that probably are would be renting or like living by themselves. So I was very fortunate in that position. And if you're in that position, maximize that opportunity as well. And if you're not, it's okay. You can still save at whatever rate you're comfortable with as well. It's very, very important for you to find a way, a plan to be able to save and put things aside. Some people use spreadsheets. I was like that when I started as well. I'm not like that now. I think I understand the kind of like how much I spend, my ingoings and outgoings a lot more now. So I'm a lot more intentional with the way I spend my money. So whatever works for you, I've seen different ways and different processes, but you definitely need to start setting a goal from now of how much you need to put aside each month. And there's so many great saving vehicles that you can use to put your money towards as well. There's the lifetime ISA, there's savings accounts, and that's what I want to go into next, is understanding, okay, now I'm saving. There's ways that you can make your money work for you. So the first thing is to look at your savings accounts. What current things are available that you can use to maximize your savings, right? Interest rates have been going up and down. It's very difficult to understand where the market is, but there's still within that as well. There's dedicated loyalty saver programs where you can put your money in for a fixed amount of time and you can get money back. Again, just a quick disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. I just love property and this is what I do. If you ever wanted to get more financial advice, please speak to your bank, speak to financial people that are actually trained professionals in this as well. This is just my opinion. This is based on what I've done essentially. Okay, now all the disclaimers are out of the way. Going forward, what I think is important is to look at savings accounts. So there's the loyalty savings accounts that are really good, that you can put your money in, maybe like £500 a month, and they give you a specific interest, and they essentially lock it in for like 12 months, 6 months, whatever the time frame that you agree. And at the end, you get a slightly higher percentage that you would have in the instant saver, or saver that you just get like the basic savings account. There's also the Help to Buy and the Right to Buy, which are great initiatives by the government. The Help to Buy is no longer a scheme that's currently available. So if you have it now, then you're very lucky that you can take advantage of it. But if you don't have it, there's other schemes like the Lifetime ISA. So how this scheme works is that you put up to £4,000 each year into your Lifetime ISA savings account, and the government will match your contributions by up to 25% each time. So if you put £4,000 in this financial year, so between April and April, March and April, the government will give you an extra £1,000. So in that account, you actually have £5,000. And each year you can do this. I believe it's between the ages of 18 and 39 that you can do this. And you can open it essentially at any time, right? And how it works is that that money will be in a specific savings account that you cannot touch, by the way. If you touch it before your time or take out money or withdraw, there's a penalty of like 25%. It changes, but at the moment, I believe it's 25%. And if it's not, I'll put the figure somewhere here as well. Essentially, you'll be taxed at that money. So you're essentially losing your money if you take the money out. But this is only for two reasons. It's for you to save up for your first property. So if you own a home already, sorry, this is not for you. And secondly, to help you save towards your pension as well. So it's very important that if you're looking at the Lifetime ISA, these are the things that you can kind of consider, whether it fits for you or not. But I used it and it is a fantastic way to start saving for a property. In fact, I would say for me personally, speaking on my own personal experience, it was the number one way, because again, it's free money, and there's so much you can do with that as well. And it kind of fixes your mind on, you know what, even if that's the bare minimum I save, that £4,000 a year, at least I know that that's there and that's been accounted for. So in terms of I'm working towards my goal, because let's be realistic, a lot of people have other goals as well. They might want to travel. There's other life events that happen as well that you just need to be realistic on how much you can really do. And for me, that was the bare minimum I wanted to do to be able to make sure that I save properly. Again, I told you I was very aggressive in my process. How it works is that once your £4,000 and all your money's in there, you can kind of take that, well, you don't take it out. Essentially, that money will be used towards your deposit for your property. So you can't use it towards that furniture in your house. Let's say you already have your deposit. Whatever's in that account will be used towards your deposit as your savings. And then whatever you need to make up, for instance, you have to do yourself. So, example time. Let's say you had your Lifetime ISA and you're putting £4,000 a year for the next 4 years, right? So you have £16,000 and the government has added an extra 25% to that. So that means you have £20,000 in total, which is great, right? And you want to buy a house. Same example, that house is worth £250,000 and you're earning £50,000 a month. A year, sorry, 50. We claim it though. £50,000 a year. The maximum amount the bank will be willing to borrow is £225k. If I'm going too fast, please slow down this video. But yes, I'll carry on quickly. So right now you've got 20k in your Lifetime ISA. The banks are willing to borrow you 225k. So there's a difference of 5k that you have to make up to reach your property purchase value of 250. You can simply add that to the purchase price and that's it. Your deposit's all sorted, right? And then you'd have to sort out any other costs and legals that you have as well. But that's a general rule of thumb how the Lifetime ISA works. It's a great scheme and it's probably my number one initiative on how to save for a property, especially when you're starting. In fact, at any stage of the property process, it is phenomenal and I would 100% recommend it as well. With that, if you are watching before April, before the financial tax year ends, open a Lifetime ISA. Again, I am not a financial advisor. Please guys, do not come for me. But I would definitely recommend to look into a financial ISA. Let me say that instead. As it's a great way to save up for a property. So the Help to Buy ISA, how does that work? If you're one of the lucky people to still have a Help to Buy ISA, well, congratulations. Unfortunately, the government scheme ended in November 2019, I believe. I'll fact check that. If it's wrong, I'll put it up here. And essentially how it worked is that you could save up to £200 each month, and the government will match your contribution similar to the Lifetime ISA up to 25%. The only difference is that with the Lifetime ISA, you could put like any amount, any point during the year up to the £4,000. With the Help to Buy ISA, you could only put a maximum of £200 each month. So it was a lot slower, which meant that you can only save up to £2,400 each year, as opposed to £4,000 a year. Essentially, it's slower, and the amount that you can actually save is capped. So the maximum amount you can save is £12,000, which means that the maximum amount the government will be willing to give you is only £3,000. And with the Help to Buy ISA, it's not uncapped, but it's between 18 and 39, and you can save up £4,000 each year between that time frame, and the government will give you £1,000 for each year you can save up within it. So the propensity to grow your deposit, especially if you're saving over a long period of time, is significantly better with the Lifetime ISA as well. But that's how the Help to Buy ISA works. If you still have it, congratulations. If you had to ask me which one is my preference, hands down the Lifetime ISA. But again, this is not my opinion, this is just facts. So yeah, that's that. The last thing I want to say about savings accounts, guys, is that please do not neglect high interest savings accounts. These instant savers, loyalty savers, whatever they call it at different places, at different banks as well. Accounts that you can put money into account and over a longer period of time get a higher interest. It is phenomenal. They are such good ways to save money, and in my personal opinion, they are a great passive way to save money as well. With the Lifetime ISA, you're a lot more committed, so putting your £4,000 in there, and even though you get money back, the money's kind of locked in there until you buy a house. With higher savings accounts, you can still withdraw that money within certain time frames, and it's a lot more risky, so there's no kind of cost to it yet. Again, some banks may have a cost, please look into it, but generally there isn't a cost to it, and it's something that I used as a great tool when I was saving up as well. I dropped a video a few years ago now when I bought my first property about how I saved 55k in 4 years, and I just graduated from uni, and loyalty savings or high interest savings account were my biggest friend during that time as well as the Lifetime ISA, as well. So it's just very important for you to kind of look at these factors and consider these things as well. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say on savings accounts. Please do not sleep on them, guys. They are really, really good if used properly. And the last thing to consider, and this is probably just as important as, if not equally or more important than all the other things I've mentioned, is that utilize free money. Right? By this I mean government schemes. At the time of recording, there'll be a certain amount of government schemes that are available to you that you can use that will help with your deposit amount, which may require you to put 0% deposits, 5% deposits, 10%. There's so many different schemes, right? I didn't talk about 0% deposits because that's a whole warehouse in itself, right? And I'm talking about just general what's available to all people. So it's very important that you can kind of look at what government schemes are available, use the government websites, use government tools as well. It's very good because this in essence is free money with the Lifetime ISA and the Help to Buy ISA, and sometimes it may require that you're paying a significantly lower deposit amount than other people are paying as well. So maximize government schemes, maximize free money as much as you can as well. It is the best way to save, alongside the other things I said as well. So yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. As I mentioned before, the aim of this series is essentially for you to understand your finances. This part of the series anyway is to understand your finances and understanding where you can kind of start the initial process of kind of saving up for your first property or your second or your next ventures as well. I hope this was useful. I will catch you in the next video where I'm going to be talking about credit. But yeah, thanks again, guys. If you want to catch me on my socials, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube are all below. Ask me any questions. If I went through anything too quickly, you just need explanations or anything like that, I'll be more than happy to explain that. And if the questions are good, I'll just pin it. So for other people that are watching this video can kind of look at it and yeah, just leave a comment as well. So yeah, man, I'm really passionate about helping people get on a property like that, or helping people just increase their property portfolio as well. So yeah, hit me up. Catch you in a bit, guys. Peace.